Today, I want to talk about something that has impacted a lot of men in my family recently, and also just a bunch of men that are in my comment section. And it is the male loneliness epidemic. The male loneliness epidemic refers to the significant rise in feelings of loneliness and isolation experienced by men, impacting their mental and physical well-being. This epidemic is not solely about romantic relationships, but it also includes a broader lack of meaningful social connections and close friendships. The general sentiment behind the male loneliness epidemic is that mostly young men are suffering in silence. They're lonely. They can't get women like they thought they should be getting women. And it's all because society has left men behind in favor of perpetuating toxic women behavior, so to speak. But for a movement where men are supposed to be suffering in silence, it seems like we hear a lot about it, you know?
I'll be the one to say it. Girls would rather you buy their OnlyFans and take them out to dinner. But we ain't Remember that. Remember whenever we tried to treat you good, whenever you go and say that men ain't Remember that whenever your boyfriend cheats on you, when you do give somebody a chance. I just hope y'all remember that the good guys that did try to with you, you just turned them into the same dudes that y'all keep pulling. But it's not. It's our fault, right? It's our fault that we feel this way. It's our fault that we act this way. But, you know, people treat us a certain way, acting like there's no consequence to it, you know?
So I'm gonna hold your hands when I say this, but people don't have to like you. I know it sucks. Compatibility is not a meritocracy, and it's not transactional. This is why the male loneliness epidemic movement, or the nice guy movement, has become such a meme lately. It's because it's of the entitlement. Feeling entitled that every single person that you buy a $10 box of chocolates for has to like you. That's not how this work. Like, look, I'm an Asian woman. I just turned 29 yesterday, so I'm in my late 20s. I'm over 25, okay? And I make gooner jokes on the internet for a living, okay? I am very aware that most men would not want to date me. Look, put me in front of any man that works at a Valvoline, they're gonna hate me. However, the second a millennial man travels abroad and invests in a Prius, it's over for you bitches. The point is, I'm not going to make a whole movement about how Valvoline workers are flawed and are gonna die alone because they don't want to date me. Instead, I'm gonna find myself a millennial man that works in finance, is chronically online, socially awkward, and has bony knees. You know what I mean? Like I know who I pull well with. Maybe you don't pull well with country blonde girls that make the best banana bread you will ever eat, okay? But you pull better with passive-aggressive redheads with tummy issues that can suck a mean one. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's give and take here. Girls don't want nice guys. They are attracted to assholes, so nice guys get dumped, turn into assholes to be more attractive. Scientifically proven. Okay? And then they proceed to do asshole things, and girls get hurt and turn into thoughts. It's a vicious cycle till women hit about 35, at which point they finally realize that they should have just stuck to the nice guy, but at that point, nice guys don't want them. And then you die alone, smiley face. Wait, guys, you're telling me that the man that's ranting about 35-year-old women dying alone with the grammar skills of a first grader is not getting women? God, society are leaving these men behind. Bro just wrote the whole entire plot to a Darman skit where like the lesson is to sit with the unpopular weird dude, even though he has like school shooter vibes, you know? Hey, asswipe, remember me? How does it feel knowing you could have been with a millionaire that likes Taylor Swift? Guess you shouldn't judge a book by its school shooter vibes. Oh, and keep the change. I'm sure you and the pennies have a lot in common, being two-faced and not worth very much. Hope you die alone. And that's like a really big core part of the whole nice guy male loneliness epidemic argument, is that men put an effort to be with specific women, and they're angry that those women are not reciprocating that energy. So this was me before my supposed date with the girl I met off Tinder. I had arranged a fantastic lunch at Olive Garden. I had our table booked and everything. I had even brought her flowers and a box of chocolates, and I hate to bring money into this, but I spent $50 on them. I put an effort into my appearance, wearing a designer shirt I got when I was in Paris. Since I usually wear sweatpants and hoodies, this was pretty different from the usual attire. Again, going in great lengths to make an effort for this female, only to get a text as soon as I show up saying she couldn't make it because of some bullshit reason. The whole point of this post, I guess, is to tell you fellow guys don't bother being nice and making an effort with female population, as they will constantly let you down, even when you can offer them a proper commitment and maturity. How dare that stupid bitch have something come up. Like, I don't know if you guys know this universal rule. If a man buys you flowers and chocolates and wears a fedora and a designer button down instead of a 3-day-old smelly wrinkly shirt on a date, you at least owe him 3 blowjobs and emotional availability for at least 2 years. Base. Okay? I hate to sound like a boomer, you guys, but this man has not gone through enough hardship in life. He genuinely would have benefited from like working a Black Friday shift at Victoria's Secret in 2012. He needs to work a summer as Maestro Mickey and be constantly harassed by Disney adults. Like, this is the type of I need him to go through for him to get some perspective here. You know what I'm saying? If he has this extreme reaction to somebody canceling a date and rescheduling it because something came up, imagine what he must be like if he had literally any issues in his life. Like, imagine what this man must be like if he drove 5 minutes to go to McDonald's for the Grimace shake every year and they didn't have it that day. Like, the machine broke that day. He would commit war crimes. You know what? The military. Let's send in 1,000 of the most top-rated nice guys after Sabrina Carpenter didn't DM them back on Instagram. Okay? I am telling you, they would up. They would be the strongest army to have ever existed. Okay, I have a question for you guys. If the world ended tomorrow, how would you guys rebuild civilization? How would you guys structure society or build a city or make food for the masses? You guys know I love history. I've been like a pick-me girl from every single historical era possible at this point. I've recreated historical recipes and have told stories about them on this channel. So today's sponsor of the day holds a very special place in my heart, and it is the book. The Ultimate Guide to Rebuilding Civilization. The book is a book that gives details on how to rebuild different parts of civilization from scratch. It has over 180 topics, and it tells us the story of humanity and how we got to discover all these amazing things that we take for granted today. There's lessons on how to design roads, on making soaps, teaching us techniques on what's edible and what's not edible. There's recipes on how to make like mayo from scratch, cocktail recipes. I even made this tonkatsu broth recipe. It's 7 a.m. the next day. I'm gonna try my own pork broth. Okay, that's not bad. That's actually pretty light. Girl, I just did this. Overall, the book is just such a great quality staple, like decor piece, if anything. And the artwork inside is like so intricate and so like well produced. I don't even know how to explain it. It's just so pretty and aesthetic to look at. So if you like to recreate stuff like soaps and recipes, or if you're the kind of person that just likes to learn about society and humanity, or if you just want a really beautiful staple piece for decor, the book is the gift for you or the fellow history lover in your life. So if you're interested, go ahead and check out the book in the link in the description down below. Let's give a big thank you to the book for sponsoring this video, and let's get back to the content. So the reason why I wanted to make this video in the first place was because in response to the whole male loneliness epidemic thing, there has been this rise of these terrible toxic dating coaches for men that are supposed to teach them how to get women. The issue with these dating coaches is that they don't actually teach men how to get women. They're just backing up the women bad, woman stupid narrative to make lonely men feel better, and like they don't actually have to do anything to score women because women are bitches anyway. So it's not your fault. A really good example of this is Alpha Dom. And his whole dating theory is that women are dumb and evil and narcissistic, especially the hot ones that you want to get with. And so you have to manipulate them and be mean to them in order for them to get with you.
You do not have to accept her rejection. I'm a professional dating coach and I teach guys how to understand the female mind. If you're one of the people that haven't applied anything in my course or my videos or anything like that, this video is not for you. This is an advanced technique. Here's an example. I was talking to a girl and she said, oh, you know, I'm not really interested. And I, instead of just going, okay, and then just turning away, I did this. Why would you not be interested in me? I'm the best. And she's like, oh, how? I'm like, well, you'd have to come over to my house to find out. Actually, maybe not. Maybe you wouldn't be the best for me.
Oh God. Literally, he makes me gag. This is your reminder to make sure your pepper spray is not expired. But anyways, you heard him right. His strategy to getting women is not accepting her rejection. Now, I know this might be common sense, but I have a lot of young viewers watching this video, okay? This is grapey. Guys, he's literally like a child folklore they tell kids to teach them to not get into strangers' cars. There's this beast called Alpha Dom, and he's got greasy hair and rotten teeth and fedora-wearing vibes, and he goes lurking in the day.
Princess. Oh, princess.
And then he attacks. And that's why you don't get into strangers' cars, kiddos.
Alpha Dom top tip. The reason why I date models and corn stars and trippers and like the peak of hotness, you look at my girls and you're like, oh, that must be a prostitute. The reason why that's happening, the reason why I can get such high quality is because of this. The women that are sit at the top of physical attraction are so fucking tired of the majority of men on this planet. You go to the gym, you get hit on. You go to the grocery store, you get hit on. You comment on social media and somebody comment, oh, you're so pretty. It disgusts them. You are disgusting. When was the last time you dated somebody over a soft 4? And my girls are so hot that anytime I show any one of them, you're like, that's a prostitute. No, it's one of my girlfriends, and they've been wearing my collar for the last 4 to 8 years.
Me when I lie. Me when my parents are at the grocery store and I'm in the basement pretending like I'm a celebrity doing an interview. Dude, this is some parents went to the grocery store type behavior, okay? I'm pretty sure that after he filmed this, he probably sang Defying Gravity in the basement.
Let's do a little test. Which one do you think builds attraction more? Hi, I noticed you over there and I thought you were pretty, but you probably have a boyfriend. Or, you seem shy. I assume that not a lot of guys approach you. And I thought maybe I'd come over and give you some.
Watching that was like listening to the worst rated smut novel written by a 45-year-old desperate housewife. That's what Alpha Dom reminds me of, you guys. The controlling, nasty, carnivorous tree in a smut novel. Anyways, these are examples of his negging technique. The negging technique is insulting or undermining someone in the belief that diminishing their self-confidence will make them more receptive to sexual advances. This is like the most common strategy in the alpha male abuser playbook, really. If I tell her how she is and make her feel really small, I'll look really big and like I can control her and she'll have sex with me. Like that's the whole strategy here. Obviously this doesn't work. The only thing that this is going to get you is blocked and on the no-fly list, okay? But apart from teaching men to neg women, there's also the toxic masculinity part of the male loneliness epidemic. You're a beta cuck for expressing your feelings or having any other emotions other than horniness or anger. I found another dating coach who really just hammers this toxic masculinity stuff home.
Alpha law number 1. Treat every interaction with a female under the law of 10,000. Every day, 10,000 girls are turning 18. Every day, 10,000 girls are turning 19. Every day, 10,000 girls are turning 20, and so on. That's how you guys handle rejection. There's a new bus stop every 4 minutes. You guys will...
Did you guys cover your drinks? Because I did. How desperate do you have to be in your 30s thinking, Well, at least there's a high school down the street. To get to that level of desperateness, you have to go through all of his exes, the pick-me's at work. He spent $300 on a dirty sock from an OF model, and it just wasn't like the smell was running out and he just needed his next hit, you know? And do you wanna know what's crazy? Is that people are agreeing with him in the comment section. Great content. You're my mentor, bro. Yep, don't let one woman destroy your life. Rejection only helps for future dates. That's how I look at. What the did you guys not listen to what he said? He literally said there is a bus stop. A bus stop 4 minutes away. Guys, somewhere out there, there's a 38-year-old uncle that's downloading Snapchat right now so he can have a chance to prey on the 18-year-olds down the street. That is someone's reality after watching this video, okay? I need to know what is so alpha about this. Does he think that his other 35-year-old friends see him attending the National Honor Society ceremony at the local high school for his Bae of the Month? You think that they're sitting there being like, wow, wish that was me? No, they don't. Because that's weird, dude.
Being that goofy guy will not make a girl attracted to you long term. It's only temporary. Other than that, they look at you as a joke, they'll disrespect you. Nothing beats that masculine frame combined with that charm, wit, and charisma where you can be funny with the girl. You shouldn't be leaning into your girl like this, entering her frame. She should be entering your frame as a strong masculine man.
Yeah, you know, I feel like using Pete Davidson as your example for why to not be the goofy guy, you're just setting yourself up for failure at that point. The man has dated every single bad bitch who have ever lived in the modern world. Guys, all I'm gonna say is that Bryce is a goofy dude. He's really funny, as you guys have seen in my videos. And this man has been getting part of this caramel crunch for almost 9 years at this point, okay? Also, I wanna know, what does it mean to be in her frame? Now it's beta to touch the girl that you're dating. Swear to God, these guys find inventive, creative ways to not get touched by women.
Stop putting your face in your girlfriend's boobs. It makes you gay because it's in her frame. Guys, I only put in the tip, okay? Anything past mid-shaft, you're in her frame and that makes you a beta.
I'm 22 and still a virgin. Is that okay? Listen, dude, I love you, but no, that's not okay. If you're still a man who's a virgin past the age of 20, no woman is gonna find you attractive. And you better not tell any girl that. Number one, if they ask you, you better say a number like 1,000, at least mess with them, okay? Because she knows the second she does, now you're gonna become an obsessive beta chimpanzee who will never leave her alone, and you're gonna fall in love with her just because she gave it up to you, because you've never had it before. Ain't no woman taking that chance, bro, okay? So you better go out and better yourself.
Let me tell you, I have never heard a woman ever say or make fun of a 22-year-old man for being a virgin. Has never come up at any single Chili's meetup day with the girly pops, okay? Women are more concerned with whether or not you wash your ass and your feet than they are if you are a virgin at 22, especially being that young. I guarantee you, you will get judged more by women for watching this content unironically than if you were a virgin at 22. Okay, let me tell you that. The next male coach I wanted to show you guys is this dude named Lord Babylon. When women tell each other, you got a good one, what they really mean is you could do so much better. Women marry the man they don't want. Women f the man that they do want. Guys, if I had to animate the human version of 4chan, the website, it would be him. I am honestly surprised that he's not on Passport Bro TikTok because he literally resembles every single dude that comes up to me unsolicited to tell me about their Filipino life, okay?
Just like I spent over a year chasing you and texting you first every day, I will continue that same energy and eagerness for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, don't be this guy. Bro was in the friend zone, meanwhile she was in the streets. She was giving herself away to the assholes, meanwhile she was waiting for the good guy. The perfect representation of a man who's husband material. So congrats there, buddy. Bro, if your woman calls you her biggest cheerleader, it's over for you. Look what this says. Happy birthday to the man who stole my heart. You're my biggest cheerleader and wisest encourager. And the fact that he's leaning into her frame, that tells me it's not gonna work out. When your woman calls you her biggest cheerleader, at that moment you're c***ed. Your is grass. Yeah, the part where my biggest cheerleader, yeah, that actually translates to my biggest bitch. And it also tells me you're in a sexless marriage. Deep down, she don't respect you.
So these men are betas because they pursue women? Isn't that like the most manly thing that you could possibly do other than like die in a war? This man is literally the anxiety character in Inside Out 2, but for incel. Imagine how tiring it must be to like every single time that you have an interaction with a woman, you have like this anime boy soliloquy cutaway where you just cook up the most stupidest interpretation of what she could possibly say.
Do you want this toasted or not?
She's asking me, do I want my sandwich toasted? What could this mean? Is she implying she thinks I'm gay because I eat my cheese raw? Or is she judging my market value based on my cheese selection? Oh, senpai, what should I do? Like, for real, what is this boy math?
Another day, another simp that's being exploited by a woman that doesn't even respect him. He put me in a house, tell your N-word to do better. And then there's pictures of these two with the guy looking like a fucking idiot. Gentlemen, if your woman posts you like this, she doesn't respect you. She doesn't respect you at all. For those of you that are not aware, when women enjoy bragging about the men that they're dating, they're simultaneously disrespecting him. And in case you didn't know, these are typically the men that women settle for later in life. I have a feeling it's only a matter of time before she ends up cheating on him.
Are alpha males even supposed to be attracted to women anymore? Or is it that if you're attracted to women, that's just beta? It's just boys all day long. I need to know what these men think women really are. They always describe women as these conniving, supernatural, like fembots really, that are always plotting this 4D chess move, always playing like the Cersei Lannister Game of Thrones in order to like with random ass dudes. Like, do we also shoot lasers out of our ass? Do we also perform human sacrifice so we can cast a love spell on an unemployed construction worker for his disability checks? I need him to make a list of acceptable things that respectable alpha males can do. And then I need him to sing it to us, like that scene in Barbie Princess and the Pauper where she learns to be a princess. To be an alpha means you never enter her frame. To be an alpha means you edge but never came. Woo! Again, you're welcome for that song. It should be on Broadway. Okay, so I know that the number one thing that people are going to say is,
Missy, this is clearly rage bait. They're just faking it for views.
Here's the thing, bitch. I don't care. Even if every single one of these videos is rage bait, even if Andrew Tate or the Fresh and Fit podcast, even if all of them were rage bait, the important part is the impact that it has on the way that young men are acting towards women these days. If you are a woman watching this video, I know that you have had men unironically use at least one of these techniques on you. This next guy is a perfect example of this whole, if I put an effort to this woman, she should give me back that effort times 10.
All I wanted was to go on a nice peaceful walk today, but yet again, here I am to complain about people not even being humans anymore. What are we doing? I'm walking towards this girl on the sidewalk, and God forbid we make eye contact or have any sort of human interaction on a how's it going kind of level. She's got the AirPods in, she's got the sunglasses on, she has her phone in landscape, folks. We have stooped to the level of having our phone in landscape like this? No.
Please tell me you're not watching a movie just to avoid having some sort of human interaction. Guys, this needs to stop. Look around, get a little bit uncomfortable, and I don't know, say hi to a human that's 4 feet away from you.
How dare that not give me the attention I want? I'm literally wearing a 1970s authentic stash, staring at her from 3 blocks away, and she has the audacity to ignore me.
She should get a little uncomfortable to talk to you. Bitch, why? The way that he's complaining that she's pretending to watch a movie so that she doesn't have to interact with him so it's not awkward. Like, bitch, if I had to encounter you, I'd pull up the calculator app. The second that I ever see a man like this motherfucker, I'm pulling up my colonoscopy bill. I was not even going to cover this motherfucker in a video, okay? But then he decided to post an update where he doubles down on why he's in the right in this situation.
The whole point of the video was that on a grand scale, there's a problem with social disconnect, which I think has serious consequences. To paint the picture a little bit better, my neighborhood here in Austin, Texas, very chill. Lots of young people, young families, a lot of people that walk around and exercise and that kind of thing. I think it's the cordial and neighborly thing to do to just say hi, to kind of reinforce that community aspect of the place I live in. But regardless, people blew it out of proportion in perfect TikTok fashion, made it into kind of a male-female kind of thing, a predator dynamic, calling me things like a creep, comments like these, all that kind of stuff, which is fine, totally understand. But also the characteristics and behaviors that turn someone into an actual creep are the ones of social disconnect. So being on your phone looking down all the time is actually much less safe. When you lose the skill of observation, you don't have that awareness of facial expression.
Oh my God, just say that you wanted attention from a pretty young girl and your ego was hurt when she didn't respond to you. Oh my God. And this is what I mean of like the toxic side effects of teaching men that men are owed. They're entitled to women giving them attention if they want attention from them. If he's so passionate about having impromptu conversations to raise social compatibility in the neighborhood or whatever the bullshit excuse he has, like, okay, then go talk to the Vietnam vet greeter at Walmart. I'm sure they would love to talk to you. Has this man ever thought about going to the Denny's Memorial Day half off special? I'm sure all the old women there would love to talk to him. When was the last time you talked to your mom? Why is it the young woman that doesn't want to talk to you? Why are you mad that she specifically doesn't want to talk to you? I would love to know.
Oh my God. You're wearing that for other people to be able to see you because, let's be clear, you're trying to impress only one person. It looked to me like you were trying to impress a whole room with you yelling and carrying on, wearing what you were wearing. Like you succeeded. I'm sure you got a lot of attention. I just don't like that kind of attention. So just moving forward.
Okay, and that's so, okay, no, I actually don't think there is a moving forward, to be so real with you. This attitude that you're giving right now is not the kind of man that I would want to date. So we can just...
Or is it me being truthful?
No, I think there's a way that you can deliver information that isn't the way that you're delivering it, and clearly, like, it didn't work out. So you could have just said, hey, I had fun, I don't think it's a match, like, best of luck, wish you no ill will. I
had a good time. I had a good time. I just don't think that you were doing things that me in the future would, want to continue to happen. So I'm telling you now, these are the things I want you to fix.
Oh, okay, yeah, so that's where you got me messed up because there's nothing that I did that I need to fix. I am who I am, and so you can actually just stop the car right now. I can get a ride.
But I'm already driving, so...
Just don't want to spend the next 30 minutes in a car with you after that presentation.
Okay, but I'm also not going to drop you off wearing what you're wearing in the middle of the road for you.
Oh, okay. No, I actually...
You're seriously going to...
No, seriously.
No. Hold on. Wait, why?
What do you mean?
What are you tripping? I was communicating with you, dude. I was communicating with how I felt. I'm not saying that I want this to be done. I'm just telling you what you did wrong and how we can fix this moving on.
So you don't tell women what they do wrong on a first date. It just doesn't work out. And no, stop the car. I'm serious. That was actually...
You're seriously gonna leave right now? Wow.
Best of luck.
Women always say they want a good communicator until you communicate that they look like a slut on the first date and then they leave. God forbid a man wants to protect a woman from wandering eyes and chads. I guess I'll just let her look like a slut on the side of the road.
What was he talking about when he said, you're dressing like this for other men? Bitch, she was on a date with you. She was doing this for you.
What do you do for a living? What do you mean you're a model? In fashion? How do you become a model?
That's scouted by the agency.
You don't look like the models I know. Modeling used to be like exclusive. I didn't know they let everybody be a model. I thought you had to be like, you know, be like an Instagram model or a real model. I just didn't know. I was just shocked. I didn't know you were a model. It's kind of crazy because we're here eating a lot of carbs. All the models I know don't eat carbs. Where's the last place you modeled?
I just did a campaign for this makeup brand.
What was it called? Like a real makeup brand or a fake makeup brand? I'm actually really excited because models make a lot of money, right? Signed models are actually pretty famous. You make a lot of money?
I mean, yeah. Why does that even matter?
I just figured. I took me to this really nice restaurant. We're at Nobu. I never got taken up to Nobu by a model before.
Again, what is the intention here? You are literally on a date with a model, and all you had to do was not be a gooner for one night. You had to skip one day where you and the boys edge with each other and howl at the full moon. Like, one night, you don't have to be a gooner, and you guys still fumble. I will never understand this. Instead of getting a free foot job and a side view of a left titty, you end up in a YouTube commentary video alongside Alpha Dom. That's what negging gets you guys, ladies and gentlemen, okay? So with that said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have any encounters with nice guys, please put that in the comment section down below. I want to hear your stories. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!